Based on the chassis of the AMX-30 main battle tank, France built a very powerful 155mm self-propelled gun system, the AUF-1, or the full name AMX-30 AUF-1. This artillery system was developed in the late 1960s and was mass-produced between 1977 and 1993. A total of about 400 of these systems were produced, a sufficiently large number to allow it became the mainstay of French artillery for many years. So far, this role has been transferred from newer combat vehicles, but the old self-propelled guns remain in service, and they have not been phased out so far. According to reports in 2020, only 32 of these howitzers are operational. Some of these howitzers were exported to Iraq, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia. The AUF-1 was developed to replace its predecessor, the Mark III 155mm. The system was built on a track chassis with a 155mm gun in a full rotation turret. Some of the units were taken from existing combat vehicles, while others were developed from scratch. As a result, it was possible to fulfill all the requirements of the customer and provide the necessary performance characteristics. Built on the chassis of the AMX-30 MBT, it retains the standard armor hull with 30mm thick forehead armor, a power plant based on a 680 horsepower diesel engine, and chassis with torsion bar suspension. The AUF-1 is armed with a 155mm L40 gun. It is fitted with an autoloader and has a maximum rate of fire of 8 shells per minute. The gun can be loaded manually with a maximum rate of 1 to 2 shells per minute. The AUF-1 fires standard and rocket-assisted high-explosive fragmentation shells, as well as armor-piercing, smoke, and incendiary shells. Maximum range of fire is 23.5 km with the standard high-explosive shells and 30 km with the rocket-assisted shells. In the aft part of the turret, 42 shells and 42 charges are stored in the ammunition racks. With the help of 2 conveyors and pushers, ammunition is automatically loaded into the barrel. Replenishment of ammunition is carried out through hatches in the aft wall of the turret. Auxiliary weapons include a machine gun on the turret, 7.62mm or 12.7mm machine gun. Smoke relay launchers are located on the forehead of the turret. The fire control system is distinguished by a certain simplicity. An optical sight for direct fire is provided. There is also a panoramic sight, an electro-optical goniometer, a navigation system, and other devices for firing from closed positions. The gunner's console is equipped with aiming and firing controls. Reception of data for firing was carried out using a standard radio station. In recent upgrades, automated systems for the exchange of information and calculation of data for firing have been introduced. The mobility is provided by a Hispano-Suiza HS110 multi-fuel diesel engine, developing 720 horsepower. Although it is heavier than the AMX-30 tank, the AUF-1 retains similar mobility. The AUF-1 can reach a maximum road speed of 60 km per hour with the range of 420 to 500 km. At the time of its introduction, the AUF-1 was one of the best examples of its class in the world. Due to the use of a number of important decisions, she showed high performance characteristics and could effectively serve on the proposed tasks. The AUF-1 was deployed during the 1995 NATO bombing campaign in Bosnia and Herzegovina. A battery of 8 AUF-1 guns provided rapid counter-battery fire against Serb artillery units during the siege of Sarajevo. The long range of its gun allowing it to dominate the surrounding terrain. Over the past years, AUF-1 has become obsolete. Various upgrades, including the latest AUF-2 project from the late 1990s, generally did not solve this problem. As a result, the command decided to reduce the fleet of old tracked vehicles and switch to a new wheel Caesars. However, AUF-1 was not completely abandoned. Several dozens of these machines continue to serve and will remain in service for the foreseeable future.